it will also helps that how our library means whatever the circulation is done in the library. So according to the circulation, suppose if you are taking a books of library cataloging, then after some time, after 7 days or 8 days, you are returning the books. Then what happen? Once we take out from the collection, then you are circulating it. Okay, you are issuing the books. So after issuing the books, then you will use the book and then you will return the book to the library, means on a stipulated time. Then that book has to be also replaced properly, otherwise, or relocate properly. Otherwise what happen, if suppose we have taken the library cataloging book and then somebody has some library staff might have means relocate that book in some other subject. Then what happen, once the user will come, then they won't get the books properly on that particular shelves. Okay, so for that it is very necessary to give the written books, to reallocate the written books on the shelves properly. Okay, and here once we take the issue written, then we have to maintain a different statistics in the library so that we can prepare the annual report of the library. So for this also it will be very helpful. So if the books are on the racks based on the library classification or based on the classification number, then it will be very easy how many books are circulated in the library, and then how many subject books on the specific subject is circulated by the library. So we can keep a record very easily, and we can keep any statistics very easily, like how many users, like how many student has issued the books, how many faculty members has issued the books. So like any type of statistics, whatever statistics you want to maintain, you can maintain with the help of the library classification. So basically this library classification will help to record the books on which subject the particular book or particular reader has taken the books on which subject. So like this, all such type of statistics, we can keep it very easily, and that statistics we can use it to prepare our annual report of the library. Because in annual report of the library, you have to maintain the various type of records, like means how many books are issued per month, how many books are issued per week, and then in annual report, whatever statistics you will get, that statistics you have to accumulate and then prepare a annual report. So in each section, we have to keep the data, or we have to keep the record for preparing the annual report. So for that also, it will be very easy if we are arranging the books on the shelves according to the class number or library classification. Then we can keep the statistics very easily, and that we can represent it in the annual report. Okay, then we have already also discussed like stock verification. So stock verification means what? Whatever material we have purchased or acquire in the library, after some time, after some years, or like say 2 years, 3 years, it depends on how frequently we are doing the stock verification. So stock verification is nothing but whatever stock we have purchased in the library, that we have to check it whether it is available or not, whether it is misplaced somewhere, or whether the book is in the brittle condition, or whether the book is in the readable condition or not. So for checking it, our stock, we have to do the stock verification. So suppose we are arranging the books on the racks based on the library's classification, then it will be very easy to check it, because we are maintaining the accession register. In there also, in accession register, you are writing means shelf list also you are maintaining. So based on the shelf list, based on the accession register, you will get what is the class number of that particular book, and then you will directly go to that rack, and then you will check it whether the book is available or not, whether the book is replaced is or not, or whether the book is in means in readable condition or not. So you have to do the stock verification, and that is also called as a stock rectification. So stock verification means we are checking the stock whether whatever we have purchased in the library, that is available or not. Okay, and stock rectification means if some book is brittle, or in some book is not under the means readable condition, then we have to bind it. So that is called as a stock rectification. So whatever problems we have find out in the stock verification, if we are rectifying it, suppose some books are misplaced in some other racks, so you can also rectify it. If the cataloging book is available in the management rack or library, means other subject rack, then that book may not be located properly. That book may not be searched by the users. So we have to relocate it. Okay, we have to rectify it. So that is called as a stock rectification. Okay, so whatever libraries are holding, whatever collection libraries are holding, that we have to check it. So through library classification, it will be easy to check it, and through shelf list also it will be easy to check it, and then we can do the stock verification very effectively and efficiently. Okay, so for that, library classification will also help for stock verification. Then the next one is, it helps in compilation of reading list, and this facilitate facet analysis on the reference query. Yesterday also I told you that through library classification, it will be very easy to solve the reference queries of the users. So what is meant by reference queries? For referencing purpose, the user will ask any queries like means madam has given you the idea what are the various type of reference services. So long range reference service and the short range reference service. So through library classification, we can define where that query will go. Okay, because now we are as a library science professional, you may be able to have your skill or develop your skill, like which subject is going on the main subject. Okay, so subject analysis concept you will slowly learn, and then you will find out that yes, if somebody is asking the question for your reference query, then you can immediately find out from where you can answer it. Okay, from which source you can answer it, whether you are using the encyclopedia, whether you are using the dictionary, whether you are using the bibliographical sources. So like that, it will be very easy or to compile the reading list through library classification. Okay, because on this subject that you have to read, what type of books in whatever available in the library, that it will be very easy to compile the reading list for the reference queries. Okay, then ninth one is, it helps in the compilation of subject union catalog and bibliographies of books and the other reading material. So union catalog means what? It is a very important tool for resource sharing and the cooperation among the libraries. Yeah, union catalog or the cooperative libraries means cooperative cataloging means what? Here, whatever libraries are there, suppose one library you are maintaining the catalog, one library you are maintaining the catalog, but for other libraries whatever they are having the collection, that collection also you can maintain the catalog. So in where means whatever the member libraries are there, so how many collection they are holding, how many collection they are having, we are maintaining a catalog of for each libraries. Okay, for example, library classification by S.R. Ranganathan book, Prolegomena to library classification. So from in which library that books are available. Okay, so you are maintaining the union catalog. So union catalog is nothing but, union catalog means whatever libraries are there, so one book is available where, so it will indicate all union means union catalog. So cataloging means what? About the bibliographical detail of the book. So catalog we are maintaining for one library, and then union catalog means whatever other libraries are there, we are maintaining the catalog of their libraries also. So that is one union catalog. So you will get understanding about this union catalog in once we start our cataloging unit. Okay, so the next unit will be, third unit will be for cataloging. So there you can understand the meaning in detail about the union catalog. Okay, so once you arrange the books with the help of library classification, then it will be very easy to you compile the subject union catalogs and the bibliography of the books. Okay. Then the next one is classified catalogs are only possible with a classification scheme. In a research library, classified catalogs are preferred over a dictionary catalog. So here two concepts are new, that is dictionary catalog and the classified catalog. Okay. So dictionary catalog means according to AACR. In cataloging also, you have to learn about the AACR. Whatever Anglo-American cataloging rules are there, based on that you have to maintain the catalog. So whatever rules are there, like how we can write the title, how we can write the author, all bibliographical detail, how we can write it in the cataloging entry, that you will learn in this catalog. Okay, preparing the catalogs. Now, means practicals are, we are not taking the practicals, but in practical you will slowly learn about the catalog, how to prepare it. Okay, so dictionary catalog is there, and then classified catalog is there. So if you are maintaining the library classification scheme, or you are classifying according to library classification scheme, then it will be very easy to develop or maintain the classified catalog. Okay, and classified catalog almost in all research library and the special library, classified catalog code means classified catalog code are used. Okay, so here you can see that according to library classification, if you are using the library classification and arranging the books in the library, then it will be very easy to maintain the classified catalog, because classified catalog is basically based on the subject approaches. Okay, so that will be very easy. Then it assists in systematically deriving subject entries, and it also aids to the cataloger to use the alphabetical list of the subject heading for deriving the specific subject heading through class numbers, and that is by chain procedure. Here the two new concepts are there, like class number means whatever we are using in the library classification schedule, for example DDC. So whatever numbers are given in the DDC, according to that you are giving the numbers to the specific subject, like 0 to 0 for library science. So this like 0 to 0 is called as a class number. Okay, so here after class number, after giving the class number to book, you are also giving the subject heading, and based on the class number, based on the chain procedure. So chain procedure, again the new concept for you, Dr. S.R. Ranganathan has given this chain procedure. So what is mean by chain procedure, I will let you know about this. So chain procedure means what, here I will use the annotation. Chain procedure means, for example, this is 0 to, suppose this is a 0 to 5.14 454. Okay, so here how we can do the chain procedure for this number. So 0 to 5, so it is coming under library science. So first you have to give the number for library science. Okay. I'm not able to use properly. So first, whatever is indicated, like I'm just understanding you the concept of chain procedure. You can see that 0 to first 0 to 0 will be there, that is for library science. Then again 0 to 5 will be there, that is for library classification. So here whatever numbers are showing here, you have to make a chain. Okay. So according to chain, whatever is indicated this class number, like 0 to 0 is one indication, one class number. It is for library science. So library science will be the one subject heading. Okay, so here you can understand what is meant by the specific subject heading. So if you use this library classification means class number, then automatically for cataloger, okay, for cataloger will assign the subject heading. So based on the class number, if you are using library classification scheme, then based on class number, these it is very easy for the cataloger to assign the specific subject heading. Why the cataloger is assigning the specific subject heading? What is mean by cataloger? First, okay. So cataloger means those who are preparing the entry for the cataloging. So that is called as a cataloger. So here what happen, a cataloger will use based on the class number. By seeing the class number, cataloging will see the classification schedule, that is DDC or any classification scheme he will search, he will see, and based on that he will see that what is this indications, what are these notation, what are these class number represent. So just I'm telling you 0 to 0 for library science, then 0 to 5 for library classification, then again what it indicates 0 to 5 1. So each notation, each symbol or each number what will represent, then it will called as a one subject heading. Okay, so subject heading is nothing but what that particular notation is representing a subject. That is called as a subject heading. And cataloger will use this subject heading for preparing the added entries. Okay. In cataloging, you have to prepare a main entry and the subject entries, means added entry. So added entry you have to prepare for the specific subject. And if you want to prepare for a specific subject, then you have to assign the subject heading. So based on the class number, you can assign. So what it indicates 0 to 0 for library science, 0 to 5 for library classification. Then what it indicates then means 0 to 5.1. What it indicates that you have to find out in the class schedule means means library classification scheme or schedule. Then you can represent this 0 to 5.1 is representing for library classification scheme. Just example, for example, I am taking it. Okay, means it may not be properly indicating the 0 to 5.1 for library classification scheme, but just for example, just assume that 0 to 5.1 is for library classification scheme. Okay, then this 4, then this, what is this 5 indicates, what is this 4 indicate. So by chain procedure, according to chain procedure, you can understand the means assigning the specific subject heading, and that cataloger will use all these subject headings for preparing the entries. Okay, so this I think the time is running out, but you can rejoin it so that we can clear it today. This library classification, I want to finish it today only, so that we can text next also. Okay, so less than 1 minute is there, so you have to rejoin it. I will start the this meeting also, but let me finish this last one. Classificatory principles are used in the subject heading and the thesaurus construction also. So this subject heading we can assign it through class number by the help of the chain procedure. And for thesaurus construction, this is also the new concept for you. So thesaurus construction means, thesaurus means what will be the standard terms for any concept. Okay, so that is called as a thesaurus. So thesaurus will give you the related concept, then the other concept also, narrower concept, and then broader concept. So if the